So I'm back at the ranch. YouTube is making changes. Are we gonna be able to keep vlogging, stay at the ranch, do what we're doing? We'll find out. It feels good to be back. It was a good little trip to Dallas, but it didn't go really according to plan. We were going to go to Six Flags while we were up there. My friend, his company actually buys out the whole Six Flags park. They do that almost every year or something like that, and it's a lot of fun. Didn't get to go to that. You guys know that we didn't get to finish the barn doors and some of the stuff around Jared's house, and then the whole thing with Jaylena's friends. So unfortunately, it just didn't pan out exactly how we wanted. It was kind of a sad ending to the trip. This morning I went to the dentist and got some teeth work done, so that was good. I should be finished with all my teeth work by the end of the year, so that's really good. But I know a lot of you have been asking about this whole YouTube and new content stuff that's going on and all the stuff. Are we worried about it? Is it bad? Is it crazy? I think it is crazy, and I think it is bad. I think it's good at the same time. It's keeping children from falling into the hands of bad stuff, and there's a lot of creeps out there. So what the government is doing is they're stepping in and trying to save some people, you know, that type of a headache. But at the same time, I think a lot of you people out there that have kids should step up and be parents. You shouldn't allow your kids to watch stuff that you don't watch. And we even get comments on our videos saying, you need to watch what you post because my kid watches. I'm sorry, but anybody that posts something on YouTube should not have to worry about your kids. You should worry about your kids, and I know that's going to be a sour taste in your mouth right now if you're one of those people, but I'm not responsible for your kid and what they see. None of the content creators are responsible. You, as a parent and adult, should be supervising and watching what your kids watch. So unfortunately, some of you are to blame for this problem, because there wouldn't be a problem if you're watching what your kids were watching, and whenever you found they were watching bad things or getting bad comments, you'd stop it. But a lot of you just kind of throw them on an iPad and all that type of stuff and get them out of your hair. So as bad as it is for all the content creators, it's kind of some of the viewers that created this mess, which I know you did not expect me to say, but it's the truth. And then, yeah, the government sucks. It's one of those things where the government can stand up and say, hey, you're going to follow the rules. And guess what I could do about it? Not a whole lot. Us as people that are not in the government can all stand together and do something. But as myself, as the content creator with the channel that's growing, I'm just going to abide by the rules. And lucky for me, we don't do content for kids. We don't have kids in there in our videos. It finally paid off to not have kids. But the scary thing is I have good friends in YouTube. Keeping It Dutch, Arms Family Homestead. Those are just two right off the top of my head that I know that have kids, and they're big, large channels that could potentially hurt from this. I hope they don't, and that's why this whole thing is kind of scary. But for their sake, I really, really hope that nothing happens and they don't lose a lot of the money they make or subscribers or whatever, because that sucks, man. They worked years to build this up. It's like a small business, and for them to get where they're at now would be a bummer, because a lot of people out there don't know how to parent their kids, and the government's trying to step in and do certain things. So we'll just leave it at that. This whole thing that's going around on YouTube, really and truly, I don't think will ever hurt us, because we don't have kids and we don't target kids in our videos. We use freedom sticks. We eat animals off the property here. We use chainsaws. We ride four-wheelers. We do all this adult stuff that isn't directed at kids. So no, just answer the question what you guys have asked. No, I am not worried about it personally. I am worried about it for some of my friends, but me personally, no. So let's get back to work. Look at that. The grass is growing. You can see all the seed and it's growing. It's hard to tell. You can see it in there starting to grow. Just all the little pieces. So that's awesome. Look at that. Out here in this patch, you can see right here, all of this right here is growing in. So that's great news. I can't wait to see the whole yard like that. Got the pups right here. We're building right in there. And that's the Javelinas over by that feeder. Checking them all out. I'm gonna let those Javelinas be. As you guys know, we had more dogs. All we have is Bandit and one little pup left. We adopted out the rest, which is awesome. There goes all those Javelinas kind of trotting off. But I'm gonna work on this and let them be. It's probably 20 something of them. I'll show you a clip real quick of me sitting in the middle of all those the other day. I still think it's freaking hilarious. There's an armadillo and about 20 Javelina. So the sun is already going down. Like I said this morning, I went to the dentist, and then I had to get a bunch of materials from my uncle. I'll show you probably in tomorrow's video, but he gave me toilets and sinks and mirrors and tile and all sorts of stuff. He at his dentist office, he has like an apartment behind it that he lives in when he's in town. He lives out in Arizona, but when he's in Corpus, he stays there. And so he gave me a bunch of stuff because they're remodeling, so that helped up a lot. I can't wait to show you guys what we got and use it in our new tiny house. But while I have a little bit of sun left, I had to come work. I literally, as soon as I got home, I came out here. But we had started clearing all this, if you guys remember. So I don't know if today I probably won't go in and start attacking this thick stuff. I got to come up with a good plan for that. But I'll probably come in and kind of start cutting out some or whatever I can by myself for today, since I probably have an hour and a half left of sun. So I'll get busy, but I'm trying to keep the dogs around me as much as possible. I want the little pup, we named him Watson after Wayne Watson, one of our awesome subscribers / family members now. And so I want them to kind of stick around and stay with me, and I'm going to teach them a lot about you know, how to be around wild animals, call them back whenever there are certain wild animals, and not to chase cows, not to chase nilgai, stuff like that. So that's kind of a reason why we adopted the other ones out. But let's get to work. All right, I have my chaps on. I can't find my gloves or my safety glasses right now. It's just getting too late for me to keep looking for them. But I got my chaps on this whole week while I'm by myself. I'm gonna try to be as safe as possible because it's dangerous out here by yourself. So I'm gonna get to work. right, so I started clearing all this out. It's all cut down. And as I tell you all the time, that flying cactus, check this out. Look at all of this. It's all right there, but not only that, look up in the tree. This is all in the tree. Look at that, up the tree. It's all in here. This stuff is crazy, it's everywhere. And that's like the worst thing is, you don't know where it is. So if you're cutting a branch and it slings back and gets you, not fun. So as the saying goes out here, if it's not one thing, it's another. So if you're not having problems, you're probably getting beat up by cactus. I've also had a few people ask about how to vlog and edit and all that stuff and film. And they ask, how do you know what kind of shots to get? Easy peasy. When you ain't got a tripod, you work with what you got. And I just use a chainsaw. I cut this part off flat because I'm about to film me cutting this stuff. So I'm gonna set you down right there in the tree. Right here in the tree is where it's gonna go. Got this path right here coming through pretty good. I don't want to cut too much out of it. I hate those bushes right there. I'm gonna keep that one just because it kind of blocks this off. I might take it out later, but I think, I'm not 100% sure if this is an oak tree, but it looks like an oak tree to me. I mean, I don't really know what else that could be. Looks like an oak tree. There's just not a whole lot of oak trees around here. So if you're more of a tree person than I am, let me know what you think this is. I think it's an oak, but it's probably not. It doesn't look like I did a whole lot right now, but all this, it's not bushes, it's what I cut down and kind of piled up. But started trimming this part up. I think this half needs to go. I'll probably end up cutting this half off right here. I don't think it's alive anymore, but the other side is clearly alive. It has the leaves and stuff still on it. I may leave this, maybe trim up some of the weak stuff on the bottom, but I'm not 100% sure if this whole tree's gonna have to leave, get out of here, whereas this might be the exact spot where we're gonna put the house, or I might leave it. But like I said, I'm not trying to come in and cut too much at once at the beginning, because once the tree's gone, you can't get it back. So I know a lot of people out there have made that mistake, and that was like one of their biggest things was don't cut down all your trees at the beginning and get chainsaw happy. So I'm gonna leave it, but as of right now, we're getting a good part open. We could already fit the trailer over here if we wanted, not in here, but over here until we get like a good opening in to bring it in. But it's starting to kind of take shape. I don't know, I got probably 30 more minutes of sun left or something like that. It's going down fast. I'm gonna do what I can and try to make it back to the camp house. It's not far away by any means, but I don't want to get stuck out here when it's dark. there has been mountain lions spotted in this exact spot, and not far from here. My uncle got a picture from the ranch over from us, and the paw print was like this big. It was pretty big. He put a pin next to it and took a photo. So I don't want to be stuck out here, but mainly for the dogs, and I don't want anything to happen to the puppy. But with the chainsaw running and all that, really and truly, I think we're fine. So I'm gonna do a little more work and then head back over to the camp house. All right, so I'm gonna call it a day for today. The sun is going down. So it's not the vlog I wanted to do today. It's not the work I wanted to do today, but I got my teeth worked on. I went and picked up a bunch of materials for our tiny house, so that makes it all worth missing the first part of the day here. But I am back at the ranch. As you guys know, I am by myself. Jaylena did not come down. From what I've talked to Jaylena so far, her friend, it's kind of worse than what Jaylena thought and hoped. So they're just there. They're gonna stay with their friend and kind of hang out with her and comfort her and do whatever they can to be good friends and help Crystal through this time of need. So guys, thanks so much for all y'all's thoughts and prayers and everything. I mean, that video was a hard video to do, but the comments were just unreal. You guys are absolutely the best, and she's not even my best friend or anything. She's Jaylena's, but I can't thank you guys enough because you're supporting Jaylena and her friend. So thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I know Jaylena would say the same thing times like a million. So, you know, just seriously, thank you guys for all y'all support and everything that you were saying in y'all's comments and keeping her in your thoughts and prayers and stuff. So I am here by myself, like I said. So I'm gonna take full advantage of being here right now. I do have a lot of stuff to get done, and it just, unfortunately, it's just the way it is. And so this is just a good time for Jaylena to be up there. And I know a lot of you said that as a good husband, I should be with her. I get it, but I don't. It's an intimate moment between her and her friend and her other friends and stuff. So this is time for Jaylena to have that time with all of them without me being there, and without Jaylena feeling like it's a burden to me having to sit there through all that. And I don't know, it's just one of those weird things that both Jaylena and I are on total agreement on, me being down here and her being up there. It's totally fine. It works for us, and that's the only thing that really matters. So I'm gonna take full advantage of being here, but of course staying in contact and all that stuff with Jaylena. But saying that, I'm gonna get a lot of work done. I'm just gonna work from sun up to sundown, do a lot of cool stuff. This week I will be doing a catch, clean, and cook of a raccoon. 99.9% sure I can catch a raccoon out here. They're always out here. And so my buddy over at Sunny Slope, I'll have to link the video down in the description because I don't know how to do the iCard. Jaylena does that stuff. And so I'll put the link down in the description. You have to go watch it if you haven't watched it yet. He taught me how to catch a raccoon and how to cook it. I don't know if I will do the exact same thing he does, but I'm gonna take some advice. But the video is awesome. And little Watson back here is a little pup that we're keeping. Watson, he's still a little iffy. He's doing pretty good. Let me see if I can get over here. Nope, see, he's this is the first day or second day without any of his little brothers and sisters, so he's still a little freaked out by it. But I'm gonna keep him with me almost at all times other than sleeping, because I want him to get very comfortable with me. And so I'm gonna take full advantage of this week and do everything I can, live a little more on the edge. Jaylena's not really into eating raccoons. Not that she's ever had one, but maybe if I can cook it up good enough, I could trick her into eating it later. I'm gonna stay out in the woods a lot. I already have bugs all over me, and I'm just gonna do everything I can, make a really cool week, and then I'm assuming I might go pick her up around Thanksgiving or something like that. We're gonna play it by ear because we're hoping her friend Crystal pulls through and has a miracle. So I don't know if you can hear it right now. The deer feeder's out there going off. I saw a bunch of Javelinas to the other one. I can see them out there at that one. And so I might be cooking me a javelina up one of these days. So guys, thanks so much for watching, sticking around. Tomorrow will be a full jam-packed day of work and cool ranch stuff, I can promise you that. So please stick around. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you subscribe. Thanks so much for hitting the notification bell and all that cool stuff. And someone actually mailed me, well, me and Jaylena, a letter, and I won't go into it too much, but it's about the tiny house. They kind of drew up an idea and gave me ideas. So I'm gonna look over that tonight. I'm gonna start coming up with ideas on how to build a tiny house. If you guys have any thoughts, always down below. You have our P.O. box down in the description. Mail us a letter, some drawings, whatever you want to do of the house if you got ideas. If you're like Billy Joe, come up with like a 45-minute video that is just off the wall crazy as he's driving around because the dude's nuts. Billy Joe, love you. On that, see you guys later. I'll be looking forward to your video, Billy.